You know how sometimes it's difficult to get in touch with your veterinarian because he or she is so busy these days? Well, let me introduce you then to one of my favorite veterinarians from the Arizona Humane Society, not just a veterinarian, but also vice president of the Arizona Humane Society's medical operations, Dr. Melissa Thompson. And it's so good of you to join us with how busy you folks are at the Arizona Humane Society. Are you busier during pandemic season?
Absolutely. We have all kinds of stressors, right? Just like every other organization does at this point in time, and trying to help the animals, the homeless animals at this time, and also dealing with staff struggles. You know, everyone has been through the challenges of 2020 and the beginning part of 21. So we're just putting our heads down and doing what we can to help the animals that come to us.
Talk to us about how people are handling their pets during this unusual period of time in our lives.
Well, it's kind of strange because COVID has actually almost given us a silver lining when it comes to our pets. People are now working a lot from home and spending much more time with their pets than what they had prior to the pandemic. A recent study done by the Human Animal Bond Research Institute found that 89% of owners felt more connected to their pets than they did prior to this pandemic. And we're also seeing increases in visits to the veterinarian. People are spending more time with their pets, so they're noticing things that may have gone unnoticed if they weren't spending as much time with them.
It's nice to have a little good news then during this time.
Yes.
But tell me if, in fact, we can put together all the information that is given to us almost on an hourly basis about how we take care of ourselves. Can our pets get COVID-19?
So there have been a very few cases of animals, both domestic and those in zoos, that have actually experienced COVID-19. At this point, they are very, very few and far between. And it does seem to be a little bit more with cats than it does with dogs. So we do need to keep that in mind when we do have a pet that's sick, or have with somebody in your family is sick, and trying to keep the pet away from that family member as well.
Melissa Thompson from the Arizona Humane Society. Listen, just talk to us now in general terms about the things that we should be aware of, the things that we should be cautious about going into spring.
Well, as we start going out on walks and taking our pets outside, we need to make sure that they're all completely vaccinated. That is super important. There are definitely vaccines available for our most common viruses. So your dogs should be vaccinated for things like parvo and distemper. Those are things that are very easily contagious and can be found in the environment or around where other dogs are. Overall, there's so many things that we should be doing for our pet care. Obviously going and having checkups once a year with your veterinarian, because if you think of us, we go to the doctor every year, right? We should definitely be taking our pets in. Vaccinations are a huge part. What we refer to as parasiticides, so making sure that they're getting flea and tick prevention, heartworm prevention, intestinal parasite prevention. Some of these diseases can actually be what we call zoonotic, so meaning that that people can get them from their pets. So we want to make sure that they're as protected as possible, because we want to protect ourselves and our family members. But pet care extends past the vet clinic. We have to start thinking about what are some of the things we can do at home. So as we talk about looking at their health overall, dental health is really important. So if you can make sure to try and brush your dog's teeth, I know it's easier said than done, but it is really important for our pets. Exercise. Just as though, just like for us, it's super important to get out there, get that blood flowing. It's important for our pets too. A good portion of our pets are obese. So it's important to try to keep them at a lean weight, keep them exercised. It's really good for their mental health as well. I think when we start thinking about health for animals, and even for us, a lot of times we kind of ignore the mental side of things. And so we'll start to see some behavior issues with pets that aren't able to get that exercise and get that energy burned off. And there's things like just taking a dog out for a walk. I mean, a dog should have a good hour of exercise a day if possible, just to, again, keep them mentally stimulated and help with their overall fitness. And that goes for cats too. I think people kind of think, oh, cats just are supposed to sleep all day. But, cats love to play too. You just have to kind of entice them a little bit. Find a toy that they like, the little balls to chase around, or the little wands with the fur on the end, or little tinsels. Try to get them active instead of just laying around all the time. We can see in cats, we can see them get arthritis just like dogs. And again, people don't think about it because, well, cats just lay in the windowsill and take a little sun nap, right?
Bijou thanks you from the McMahon house, and so does Rocky. But I personally thank you on behalf of all the people we've introduced you to from the Arizona Humane Society. Dr. Melissa Thompson, thanks.